Welcome back to the Crochet Crowd. As well as my friends at Yarnspirations.com. We have the Crochet Moss Stitch Ombre Blanket. This is a combination of Caron 1 Pound with Caron Jumbo Ombre. And the Caron Jumbo Ombre looks like this. And you can see it's long self-striping. So when you're looking at the color breakdown, that's the ombre. And the solid white here that you have, the off-white, is Caron 1 Pound. So it's using two different colors, and you don't have to keep changing out the yarns as far as like cutting the yarn. You're going to carry the yarn up onto the side, and then the border is going to bury it into position. You can either chain 172 to begin using your 5.5mm size eye crochet hook, or what you can do is do multiples of 2, and therefore you'll have always an even number, and you can change it. So if you want to make it a different size, this blanket is 49.5 inches wide by 55 inches, which includes the border. So without further ado, we're going to start this, and we're going to begin this journey right now. So I'm going to demonstrate how this is done, and you can either chain 172 using the ombre color, color B, and we're going to begin. So either 172 or just keep in an even number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's considered an even number, so that would be a multiple of 2, and therefore you're ready to begin the setup row next. To begin the setup row, we're going to go 4 chain from the hook, so just count it back. So 1, 2, 3, go to the 4th, get the back hump of the chain, it'll look nicer, and you're going to single crochet, and then chain 1, and then you are going to skip 1 and single crochet the next. And you're going to do this all the way across. So chain 1, skip 1, single crochet in the next. So go all the way across your beginning chain, doing the same thing, and if you did the right multiples, then this will always end up on the last stitch. So skipping 1, and you'll end up on the very last, like this. Okay, and now let's begin and turn your work and start officially row number 1. And we're going to do row number 1, which is officially just the same thing over and over. The only difference is every 2 rows we change the color over. So we're going to keep this color going because we've only done it once. Don't consider the chain a separate row. So we're going to start off, and you're always going to chain 2 when you begin, and you're always going to jump into the first space that you have right here. And single crochet, chain 1, and jump into the next space. And chain 1. And you keep doing that all the way across until you get to the very end of the row. So this is considered the very end. So chain 1, skip over this one, and go right into this space right here. And if you don't want to go into space, you can go right into some chain work as well. So because we want to change out the color, this is what I need to do different. I need to subtract out this last one that we just put in. So if you don't want to change the color, then you just keep on going. But if you want to change the color, you go in and you pull through, and you hold the 2 on the hook and grab the new color here because it's first time starting. Just grab it and just pull through. And so now we're going to just leave this other yarn just attached to it, and we're going to turn our work and do 2 rows of this other color. And let's begin that next. So what I just showed you is the same thing of starting. So it just chain 2, and you go right immediately into this space right here, and single crochet in, and then chain 1, single crochet into the next, and chain 1, go right into the next space, and chain 1. So you're going to come right into the very last one. So you can either go into the space that's there, or just go into the very last one to hold it. And then because the work is always going to be changed on this side, we just immediately turn around and we start a new row. So we just chain up 2, come into the space, single crochet, chain 1, and keep on going in between the spaces. So these kind of blankets are really quite quick to make. And so after 2 rows are complete, which is going to happen in just a few seconds from now, we're going to switch our yarn back. So chain 1 and go right into your last one. And don't finish it, just let this hold off to the side and just pull this other yarn up, just tighten it up a little bit and just carry it up on the side. Okay, just make sure it's not too tight. And now you're going to go back and forth with this secondary color. So as the ombre is changing over, so chain 2 and then single crochet in the next. So as the ombre is changing in color, the stripes will automatically change on their own when you're doing it, this process. So the Caron 1 Pound, that is the solid color, which is the darker blue, in this case, is always going to stay consistent, and the ombre is always going to change it. So come right in, skip this one, go right into the end. So turn around. So you can always see the yarn is changing on one side. So chain 2, go right into the first space, chain 1, and just keep on doing this until you're happy. It's that simple. It's a nice, easy idea. So at the end of this, we've now gone 2. You can see that these tails are on this side, so we know that we have to change over. So just pulling it up, finish it, turn, and chain 2 and begin again. So what we need to do is that we need to go all the way until it gets to a certain size, and we'll be talking about that in just a moment. So just continue along and I'll be right back. So you're going to go until the blanket is approximately 51 inches from the distance, and you need to finish off so that the last 2 rows are color B, so it'd be the ombre. And because I did such a small sample right now, you really can't see that's happened. So after that, you change over back to the Caron 1 Pound in the blue, and therefore you'll be ready to do a border then with the Caron 1 Pound, and therefore this other Caron Jumbo would then be technically finished. So what I'm going to do is I'll cover on how the border is done in just a moment. So we're now going to use the color, and this will be the Jumbo color, color A, and you're going to start off in the corners where you are, so just chain 1 and do a single crochet, chain 1 and a single crochet right into the same stitch. And now you're just going to equally space out your stitches across, so in order to go all the way across. And it's then telling you if you match the 51 inches to equally space 138 stitches going down the other side. So you just have to be just gentle with it and make sure that you get all your stitches. So just at your last one, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, and just turn it down the side. See the distance of the stitches here? You want to make sure you're kind of matching the same distance on the other side. So they give you a number because people like that. But if you're just casually just paying attention, just try to work yourself all the way down. And if it's buckling, meaning that it's going like this, it means that you're going too quick. And if it's starting to create a ruffle, it means that you're going too slow. So you have to somehow get the match at the top of the stitches to look like this so that it equally stays lying flat. And so you work yourself all the way down to the base. Once you're at the base, just chain 1 and single crochet in the same one and work your way along the bottom. So you don't hear me counting, I'm just letting it casually just work itself out. And now the base will be open like that, so that's normal. So don't be flipping out about that. And then right here, you're going to come into the corner, so chain 1, sorry, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, and then just equally spaced going up the side as well. So this side has the carried yarn, so when you go in there, make sure that the carried yarn stays underneath the stitch. So going in, making sure that the carrying yarn is inside the stitch itself. And just make it look good. And it will get buried by the Caron 1 Pound border that's going around. And once you're at the very top, just slip stitch to the top of the first, single crochet, and then slip stitch to the chain 1 space to begin the rest of the rounds. So let's begin to do that next. To do the remaining of the rounds, now that it's established, you're in the corner because I had you go there, so chain 1 and do 1 single crochet, chain 1, 1 single crochet, and just working your way all the way around. It's just 1 single crochet in each stitch, and then the chain 1 space at corners are going to be 1 single crochet, chain 1, 1 single crochet. So you're going to get all the way back around, you're going to slip stitch, you're going to get yourself to a corner again and continue this journey. So you will have a total of 6 rounds complete by the time that this is all done, which will thicken up your border quite nicely. And once this is done, you may just want to dampen it and lay it flat to dry, but you can see that it would look pretty cool. So in a larger format, this blanket would be really amazing, and with the colors transitioning with the Caron Jumbo yarn, and I think that you can have a lot of fun with doing this kind of concept, and it's not overcomplicated, but it's nice and simple, great for home decor. This here is the Crochet Moss Stitch Ombre Blanket.